I am excited to play Crypt the NecroDancer. We're gonna kind of start on this stream a little slow, give people a chance to trickle in since we left and came back. Couple things I might want to do is just go through and show you some junk that's currently on my Switch, just so you can see what is like very obviously a choice that we could play. So we might skim through a little bit. I'm also trying to figure out. I have my chat box over my capture card video, but for some reason it does not seem like chat seems to actually be viewable on my stream, which means I'm probably doing something not correct, and I do not know what, but that's okay. We're gonna kind of give it a try. Let me type something into chat and test. Let me do a little test here. Let's give it a try. Let's see, how do I do? Technology, huh? We have a cat doing a scream. I don't know if he is hearable, though. Hold on, let me try something. Okay. Oh, it is popping up on screen. Okay, for some reason I was thinking that, chat wasn't popping up. Let me scoot that up just a little bit. Maybe. I think that's a good spot for chat. Okay, so we do have a chat going. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and vibe for just a little bit. If you are watching the VOD, feel free to skip forward a little bit. But I'm gonna chill just a second until some people trickle in, should they desire to do so. So this is the game we are going to play very soon, Crypt the NecroDancer, which I have played quite a bit. It is a game that I like. I think I first played it on iPhone. It's a great game for people who are anxious and have ruminating minds and sometimes need to just like sink your attention on something very distracting, because it's one of those games where until you get the hang of it, it requires all of your attention, 100% of your attention. Unfortunately now I've played it enough that I am pretty good at it, if I don't say so myself. It doesn't do it like it used to. It's not as distracting. It's not as attention all encompassing as it used to be for me. Just because I've played it a timer or 10,000. It is what it is. That's the game. Anyway, that said, we're gonna, what did I do? I did a strange thing. I just did a strange thing. I regret the strange thing I did. Yeah. Okay, let's see. You can add, tags from your phone if you are careful about it. Let's see here. For some reason, when I added that this is a spooky game, it is kind of a spooky game. I like a lot of games that are, I guess, like horror themed. Horror is going kind of a way out of the way for this game. I don't think I'd call it horror, but it is set in a crypt. There is a necromancer. There is dead. I don't know. I like it. It's good. I'm trying to find. Sometimes the tags on Twitch are not very, I don't know, not very indicative of what is actually happening. Let's see. Oh, there's a retro tag. Oh, for streams with an emphasis on the playing of old school retro video games. So what counts as retro is in 2021 or whatever year it is. I think that's the right one. What counts as retro? Do Game Boy Advance games count as retro? Because if so, I should be exploiting the crap out of that tag. Because, okay. Does retro count as consoles that have sort of been discontinued, that they don't make games for anymore? Or is it like games that are retro are games that came out before 1990, like a certain time? Like, what defines whether a game is retro? Sorry, by the way, I'm kind of starting off stream a little slow just to let people kind of trickle in. But we will get into it nevertheless. Um, uh, ch- 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 uh, let's do a Google. Let's would electronic music be an appropriate thing to put on NecroDancer? I don't know. Uh, um, hmm. Suggested tags. Casual playthrough. I think that's already on. Yeah, it is. Um, oh, it actually added on more tags than I thought it did. I just didn't scroll over. Well, that's silly of me. Okay, let's Google retro. What makes a game retro? Retro, by definition, well, we gotta ask for the definition here. By the way, do you guys hear cats screaming off in the distance? Sometimes my roommate's cat does this thing where he just kind of parks himself in the hallway and just screams until someone pays attention to him, which is effective. Retro, adjective, imitative of a style, fashion, or design from the recent past. Well, recent past is not the definition I got is not what I thought retro is. I agree with that. Uh, let me Google something more specific. What counts as a retro game? What counts as a retro game? Because that's what I'm curious about. Retro gaming. I don't know if that's all one word. I guess it is. So like yes, like arcade games definitely count as retro at this point. Um, uh, the games and systems can be anything not in the current generation. So that's a really, really broad definition. By that definition, Game Boy Advance games are absolutely retro. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I was curious about that. All right, so I'm gonna start using retro as a tag on my Game Boy Advance games. That feels fair. Feels fair to me. Okay. Uh, what time period is considered retro gaming? Anything that is uh anything from the first generation to fifth generation, i.e., PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Sega Saturn, are considered retro. There's been debates about whether we should add sixth generation consoles. Of course, this was answered 7 years ago in 2014. So I feel like by now, sixth generation consoles probably count as retro. Okay. Anyway, that was a side trip. Okay, so now we're done with that. Okay, so while we're at it, before we get started, couple of notes here. So I'm kind of pausing on my Switch screen here, just because once we get into it, we'll be into it. It's one of those games. Um, uh, so let me describe it as well. So this is a roguelike, but it is also a rhythm game. So it is a dungeon crawler, but you can only move and attack and do anything to the beat of the song, which I adore. I played a lot of DDR as a teenager, and a lot of Guitar Hero and Rock Band and things of that nature as well. I was very attached to rhythm games and just like never have a chance to play it as much as an adult. Some people might not be familiar with the original Crypt of the NecroDancer, but might be familiar with this game. So this is Cadence of Hyrule. This is a sequel of sorts to the game, but of course it is also a crossover with Zelda. So we'll probably play this game at some point in the future too. I like this game a lot. I think this came out last summer. No, summer before last. So pretty recent. Yeah, so it is basically Zelda, but with NecroDancer mechanics. And you can play as one of the main characters. Yeah, I think it's an underrated game in the Zelda series. Just because a lot of people haven't played NecroDancer, and if you haven't, then this game's a little intimidating, which makes sense. Although I think that they simplified it a little bit for a Zelda enjoying audience, I guess. So I don't know. That's a thing. So without further ado, I think maybe let's get into it. Let's play NecroDancer. I am so excited to show you guys this game. If you are not familiar, I am going to open it in my sort of guest account. I usually use this left account, but I'm going to use this one. I want to try it on an account that has not played it yet, so that you can see it from the beginning, and not from someone who's played the game for many an hour. Oh, you have to link a Nintendo account? Oh, man. Dang. Ah. Well, I'm grumpy about that, so I guess we're... Oh, optional.
They told me I was too young.
Oh, here we go. Let me turn audio up.
Needed more training. Huh? I told them to drop dead. How ironic. I don't know how I survived that fall. Something strange must have happened. My pulse is beating like a drum, but my blood is running cold. I'm not sure what's going on, but I came here with a question. And I'm gonna find the answer if it kills me.
There we go. So this is Crypt of the NecroDancer, the Switch edition, which I do not really know how the Switch edition is different from other platforms. This game is also available on Steam and on iOS, and probably other things too. I don't really know, but those are the two that I've played, is iOS, and Switch. Fair warning, fair epilepsy warning. Granted, if you are susceptible to this, Twitch is maybe a dangerous place for you, but there are kind of some flashing lights, not like strobe light flashing, but there is a disco floor effect that helps you keep on the beat. So just so you know, if you have to click away because it is an issue for you, I understand completely, and have a nice day. But I kind of have to play with it on because otherwise I will miss the beat. So that is a thing to keep in mind. So let me calibrate real fast. Sorry, give me a second. Riveting content. This also probably confirms whether or not there's a big lag or not. But it doesn't seem like there is. Oh, no latency. Okay, great. Well, there we go. Okie doke. So we're gonna jump right into this. So we get a little tutorial at the beginning. And by the way, I did turn up the in-game audio just because this is a very music-heavy... Oh, let me move my camera so that I'm not covering up life. There we go. I might need to decide to move it to a different corner later, but for now that seems good. So anyway, I turned up the audio in the game because it's a music game. But if it's like super loud or still super quiet, let me know. I'll adjust it. Okay, so here's the tutorial. You can only move to the beat.
If I'm gonna survive this, I'll have to remember what Uncle Eli taught me. Every opponent has a predictable pattern, he said. Learn that pattern and you won't suffer so much as a scratch.
So, this is the tutorial, but good practice.
That green guy didn't move at all, and this blue one just moves up and then down, so if I attack him from the side, I'll never get hurt. A broadsword, not as sharp as I'm used to, but I bet it can still take out 3 enemies in one shot.
Okay, so you go through, most of the game is actually randomized. This tutorial is all scripted, but you get other weapons, shovels, things like that as you go. It's not a big deal if you, like, accidentally break your streak of moving on the beat. Like, if I were to stop moving, then I lose, my streak. But basically all it is a multiplier for how many coins you get, so it's not the hugest deal. But you have to move on the beat, is sort of the biggest constraint here. Also, sorry if I'm quiet during the tutorial, I'm just letting the voice acting take over.
Looks like those skeletons put their hands in the air when they're about to jump. If I'm in the way when they move, then it's gonna hurt.
Also, those diamonds let you sort of unlock things between runs. So, like, right now I start off with 3 max hearts, but I could get higher later. I just have to buy it with diamonds. So, coins are like the in-run currency, how you, like, buy items in a particular run. Diamonds are like the between runs currency, so, like, to improve between runs. The game doesn't really explain that super well, but...
That trap is mostly harmless, but Eli warned me of deadlier traps to come.
Alright, that's a tutorial. Now we're into the game itself. You ready? Okay. So you kind of just explore as you go. Like I said, it's a typical dungeon crawler, with except for the twist that everything moves to the beat. I'll try to still talk a decent amount through this, but it does complicate things. It does make it a little hard. So I have kind of an advantage over anyone who hasn't played this game before, obviously, even though I'm starting from a new file. Because part of, you know, this is true with roguelikes and stuff, part of it is that you have to learn enemy movements. So they talked about a little tutorial, but the green slimes don't move, the blue slimes only move up and down, the skeletons chase you, and there are some other enemies you'll see too. Buy the golden key. So this is someone who helps you between runs, I believe. I have a blue key that I don't think is the golden key. We can find the shop somewhere. Ooh. Okay, and then there's some traps. So like this one will set a bomb, unsurprisingly. Which is nice because I can use it to blow up the barrel and get to whatever's inside, which is cheese! Ooh, shopping spree. Okay, and here we are at the shop. Tended by Freddy Merchantry, who will sing us a pretty song. Okay, so here I'm getting an obsidian dagger, which is like the one that we start with, but right now I have a multiplier of 3, so I do 3 damage instead of 1 damage, which is quite a lot, actually. But if I lose my multiplier, then instantly I'm back down to, like, nothing. Okay, so at this point, what I have left to do, I'm kind of wasting a lot of time. There is a finite amount of time per stage. So what I should be doing is finding the mini-boss and fighting it. Because it will guard the stairs to the next level. Oop, and there it is. Oops. I might die. And I died. Well, oh well. That's the game. So again, it's one of those games where you might die a lot. So there's definitely a steep learning curve to this game. And also, you can make a single mistake and then suddenly be like, oh, well, I guess I'm dead now. But that's life. Alright, so, like I said, diamonds are your intra-run currency.
Hi.
Oh, yes, I would like to enable fast movement mode in the lobby. I don't want to have to vibe to the beat when I'm just moving around. So I can spend 1 diamond to have 1 more heart container, and yes, I will take it. 1 red chest per run. Yes, sure, I'll take it. So, like, part of why I'm playing from a different account from my normal one is just because I already have all this unlocked. But I want you to see it what it's like from the beginning. Find me in Zone 1. Okay, so there's some things here I haven't unlocked yet. There are a whole bunch of zones that we haven't played yet. But you gotta beat them in order. Janitor. You can remove items from the item pool. I don't really have items in the item pool yet, but I could get some. So, there are some treasure chests that you will see that you can get, but you have to unlock the items that could appear in the chests. So again, this is like some intra-run stuff. So if I would have spent a diamond on the spear, it would start showing up in chests. So you want to save up your diamonds and go there and buy things, basically. Here is just where you can train against enemies. I'm not going to waste time doing that just because I already know what they do. I've played this game once before, so I'm just going to give it another go. So let's try another run. So yeah, the general structure to these runs is each level has each zone, I guess, has 3 levels, has 3 areas. And to get out of each one, you have to kill a mini-boss. Oh, we got a little offbeat there. You have to kill a mini-boss and that'll unlock the stairs to the next level. And there's 3 levels and then a boss. And each level has its own unique music, and the music kind of gets faster as you go. Okay, so here's a better weapon. Gives me a better attack range than just 1. Oh, there's a mini-boss. And a monkey. Okay, screw the monkey. We're gonna fight a dragon. Dragons are not too hard if they're green. If they're red, they're a lot worse. Oh boy. Okay, that was pretty good. You guys ready for level 2? Okay, we got new music. Like I said, a little faster. I see a key over there. Okay, so you do start with a bomb. So I could have bombed that wall down, but instead I have a shovel, so I'm just gonna dig around it. So now we have some fun enemies that do fun things. Diamond. Very useful for later. Ooh, so this guy's green, he takes 2 hits. Hit for the golden key. I have one. There we go. So there's another lobby person. I forget who that is. I think she unlocks spells. While I'm here, I'm gonna blow up this box. See if it has fun things. Levitation boots? Sure, why not? So now I think I don't hit traps. I do not step on traps. Okay, so found the mini boss room. Ooh. Those monkey enemies are very annoying. Because they will like hold you in place. That was what killed me last turn. Is a dragon attacking you while a monkey was holding me. Which is a sentence I do not say very often. I believe this type of room here is special, so I can use my bomb I start out with. You start out with 1 bomb, and you can find more later. So I just got a potion that will refill all my hearts if I die. Okay, 3rd level. Okay, now that's a gray, I guess black skeleton, so he takes 3 hits. And he also does a lot more damage. Oh, okay. Whew. So like I said, I've played this game a lot, but I'm used to playing it, you know, on my save file, which has a lot of things unlocked, which I do not currently have. Okay, so this thing, I do not want to step on it, but I can't step on it right now because I'm levitating. That's a trap. It will hurt me if I step on it, but I have flying shoes. This is a shrine. Shrines do a good thing and also a bad thing, but usually the bad thing they do is way more of a big deal than the good thing they give you, so I don't use a lot of them. Traps are kind of nice though, because if you see like boxes or barrels, you can break them over a trap. Ooh, a key. And an apple, which will heal me. I have to kind of stand still for a moment while I use it, for a beat. Ooh, that trapdoor would end the level early, so I'd go to the next level. But if I go in it before beating the mini-boss, I'd have to beat the mini-boss in like an enclosed chamber, which is big bad. You do not want that. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to be careful now. So this guy charges after you. You gotta be careful about him. But I think, yeah, we got him. Okay, so now I beat the mini-boss, and I can, you know, just go to the next level now as soon as I find the stairs. That's also what happens if your time goes out. If you wait too long and you get to the end of the song, then you like automatically get shoved through a trapdoor, which means you might get sequestered in a tiny room with a mini-boss. Can we see your other save file later? Yeah, maybe. I mean, gonna be the same as this, except it already has everything unlocked, I guess. But yeah, I can go through like just to show you what it looks like. So right now we're going through it kind of zone by zone, but there is like a do all the zones in a row type of mode. So maybe we'll do one of those. Ooh. Okay, so now we're to the boss. So this is maybe one of the easiest bosses. He really telegraphs all of his attacks. But it's Coral Riff. Is this guy. But he's gonna send his bits after me. He's gonna get the bits. It's nice that I'm teleporting right now, or floating I mean, because otherwise the water takes twice as long to get through. I like that when you attack him, whatever like instrument that Tentacle was playing goes away in the song. It's like little touches like that that make this game so much fun. Ooh, I got hurt there, but that's okay. Yeah, beat him! Okay, so I get money and I get diamonds. 5 diamonds. Oh.
Dad was always coming and going on his adventures. But this time he seemed more excited. He said he'd found it, some great treasure. When I was older, I found the notes he left behind. Directions to a graveyard. Uncle Eli tried to stop me. But Dad had been gone for 2 years. I had to find him.
So there is an actual plot to this game. I just realized that I am still with my webcam covering up part of the data. So sorry, I have stuff at the top left. It's always hard finding a corner. Okay, I think that covers it up less. Because it just covers up part of the beat meter, but you can see the other side too. Okay, so that's the first floor. So
new character unlocked.
We unlocked Eli. So there's a bunch of different unlockable characters. Some are part of the story officially, and some are not. So Eli, despite appearing in the story, you don't have to beat the game as him to like progress the story. There's only a couple of those, but you could play as him. So maybe we'll give him a try later. But anyway, so we beat Zone 1, and so we could jump into Zone 2, but I want to unlock some stuff first. So let's see.
Hello.
This was Merlin, so here are some spells we could do. So you can do some magic. Boss Master, you can train against bosses. Not super concerned about that. I do want some upgrades, though. So let's see, what are my options here? I could spend 2 diamonds for another heart container. I could get more coins, which would be nice. Let's see, but I really want to unlock a spear. I really want to unlock better defense. And then I'll come back for cheese, maybe? Maybe I'll come back for cheese. Since I have 5 diamonds, let's get the coin multiplier, and I'll come back for the other stuff later. I might not upgrade too much stuff very fast if I, like, get too good and play through the game pretty fast. So that was Zone 1. It had all its own levels and enemies, but Zone 2 has kind of a different vibe to it. So let's do Zone 2. Let's give it a try. So we're kind of vibing around in a swamp place. Some of the skeletons now have shields. We got some mushrooms. They attack every 4. Oops. Jumped right into it. As you can see, every time you start a new zone, it's, basically effectively a totally different run. So we start with all of our starting stuff. Our starting dagger, our starting single bomb. If this were an all zone run, all that stuff would persist, because we would just go straight from one zone to the next. I want these, but I have no money yet. So we gotta beat some guys, get some money. Attack the shield head on, then not much happens, but the shield goes away. This armadillo will chase you, which is pretty annoying. You can attack the shield guys from the side, though, and it's a lot nicer, because the shield doesn't work then. Oh, so here's the spear that we bought. what it lets us do is attack from 2 spaces away. By the way, the dagger and the spear are a little unique in that you can throw them, but if you do that, you don't have a weapon in your hands. So let's trigger this guy. Oh no! Oops. This to be. Whoops. Now we got a new mini boss. We got a Banshee. Guess what she does? Turns the music off for a second. This is a mimic, so it kind of does whatever I do, but backwards. Oop, and we're running out of time for the song. You can tell because at the beat counter at the bottom, it's red bars instead of blue. So I gotta go to the next stage. Okay. If I wasn't running out of time, I would have gone back to the shop. Open cage with glass lock. Where is that? Sometimes you can dig in the walls and find some little hidden nooks. There are also upgrades to like shovels and things of that nature too. This is a different key than the one I have. Needs a golden key? I forget how to unlock all the lobby people, just because it's been so long. Whoa, did not mean to place that bomb. So this is the mini boss here. You can see that I think it's called Nightmare. You can see that he kind of obscures around him. You can also buy torches, which give you a lot better vision. I just haven't seen any yet. Whoops. What happened? Oh, I broke my glass key because I got hit. Oh well. Hope that wasn't important. Probably was. Oh, we died. Dang it. That's one thing that's a little annoying about this game, is that it prioritizes in ways you might not expect. So since I was holding the spear and that mushroom to the right was in my attack range, the armadillo, instead of moving to the right like I wanted to do, I stayed in spot and attacked to the right, and then the armadillo attacked me, which is a little annoying. So we died, but that's okay because we've got some diamonds to spend. So let's go spend some diamonds.
Hey.
Okay, so I think it'd be a good idea to get another heart container. Maybe we want another purple chest per run. So I forget what the chest colors do. I think purple is usually magic, black is usually equipment, like weapons and armor, and then red is like odds and ends, which is often like healing items.
Hello.
Let's see, so we could unlock some things. A whip has a weird attack pattern, which is okay, but I don't love it. But I do want the armor, and I do like cheese, so let's do that. That's a good spending. It's a good shop. It's a good time. So let's give it another try. Let's go back to Swampland. Okay. Let's see. So here's a red chest. What's it got? Oh, cheese. Okay, cool. What's the cheese we just bought? That trap that has the like double left arrow, that will make it slower. And I do not want that. I want to stay on rhythm. Okay, here. So this, right now, the way that I have things, some of these walls I could not dig through. Like that. Can dig through the soft dirt, but not through the rocks. If I had that shiny shovel, then I could dig a little better. But too expensive. So maybe I'll get some cash and come back. Okay, what's over here? It's worth looking in all the like little nooks and crannies because you'll find treasure. I'm also walking all the way in even if it looks like there's nothing in it because sometimes it's hidden. It'll be invisible first and then appear later. That is a red dragon. That will beat the shit out of me if I'm not careful. So we're gonna lure him over to a place where I can move up and down a lot because I have kind of a dance I do with red dragons so they don't kill me. Oh, where is it? Oh! Okay. That fire breath is no joke. Okay, so that's my trick. That's how I get the red dragons. Ooh, I have money now, but I'm running low on time. Let's buy things. Okay, it's the shovel. What's in the chest? Ooh, armor. Nice. Okay, I might not get to the stairs in time, because I don't know where they are. The dragon was by it, but it kind of chased me down. Oh, I guess we found it. Okay, there we go. Those big guys move once every 4 beats. Ooh, is that better armor than I have? Yes, 5.5 hearts. Oh, there's another guy. Okay. So I have to figure out what this glass key goes to. Ooh. Okay, where's the stairs? If nothing else, then even if it weren't for the rhythm thing, I think this game would be hard just because of all the time pressure to get to the end in a certain amount of time. There is a sort of easy mode, I guess. I don't want to call it easy mode exactly, but it's very different. There is a mode you can play, or I guess a character you can play as, that isn't affected by the beat, and so things only move when you move. So you can kind of just move whenever. And so if you really just want to play a dungeon crawler that there isn't a twist of having to move to the beat, you could play that mode, but if you did that, you might as well play a different dungeon crawler, you know what I mean? But, I mean, you can play as that guy. I've played as that guy before. Okay, so here's the last level in this zone, before the boss. The purple mushrooms are annoying because they attack every 3, which is kind of confusing. You have to really work around them. As you can see, I've had like a decent amount of practice doing this. Let's see. Could see all items. Ooh, get away from me. There we go. Could cheaper shops. See all items. Ooh. Did you see that? Okay, so here's a temporary heart container, which I will take. Now that I can see all items, I found treasure. Ooh, a titanium spear. So this is a spear that does 1 extra damage, which is really worth it, actually. So it means I can break through, like, the green guys, through their shields. Otherwise, they just bounce right off. Shopkeeper does have some cords of steel. There are a lot of, a few people that have made versions of these songs where they record as the shopkeeper, and they're all very talented. I will say that the people that worked on the music of this game, are incredible. If you've played a Binding of Isaac game, you probably have heard them. So Danny Baranowski, I think, is the main composer of this game, who also did the music for the Isaac games. There are also some other people. I don't know everybody involved. If you see a lot of like, if you watch like a lot of like video game musicians on YouTube, you might be familiar with Jules Conroy, otherwise known as Family Jules 7X, I think. He did a version of the soundtrack that another character has. Very, very good. Excellent guitarist. Incredible. Okay, so we're gonna fight Death Metal, who is fast, has lots of phases. Okay. You hype? We hype? I don't think Death Metal is super hard to beat. He's just real fast, and he spawns enemies. And right there, he would have shot fire if I didn't hit him. Ooh, 10 diamonds. Okay, story time. Story time, you ready?
Mom died when I was only 7. I heard Dad and Uncle Eli arguing after the funeral.
Now I have no choice, Eli. I have to find the golden loot.
And abandon your child?
With these notes, it shouldn't take long to find.
What was so important about golden loot?
I will say that, not that it's a big spoiler, but I hate the subtitles there, kind of spoil it. One of the big, really the big MacGuffin of the series is the golden lute, L-U-T-E, like the stringed instrument. But as a little kid, she didn't know what a lute was, so she was hearing gold and lute, like and lute, L-O-O-T. Anyway, I don't think it's a major plot point, so I'm not like big mad about it.
New character unlocked.
We've unlocked a random side character who is very hard to play as. She is a pacifist. She cannot attack, which makes dungeon crawling very hard. Ooh, we can spend some diamonds. If we want another heart container, we could spend 12, but that is a lot. I think I am tempted to spend 8 to get my coin multiplier up, and maybe to get another chest. The extra heart's pretty expensive though. So let's get some torches, let's get some better armor, and let's get a weapon. Why not? I think that's a good. How are you able to talk while doing this? I will say, if I'm definitely not as on rhythm as I would be if I wasn't talking. In the lobby, it doesn't matter. You can turn off having to follow the beat in the lobby for sure, which I always do because it's very annoying. But yeah, like I'm not as on rhythm as I would be if I wasn't talking. But I'm multitasking here. I don't really know if it's more proof that I'm good at multitasking than it is proof that I've played this game way too much. Probably it's mostly the latter. So Zone 3. I love Zone 3's gimmick. As you'll see how it works in a second after I beat this guy. Oops. Okay, here's Zone 3. See how here it's all red and orange? Ooh, got a torch. I can see a little better. Look at this blue area now. Notice the music change, by the way? It is fire and ice here. I'm calling it musical talent. You should. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate you saying so. Please continue to stroke my ego. So, we got a fire and ice thing going on here. Some new annoying tiles. Ice, you slide over, and so I have to not break, I have to not push a button while I'm sliding on the ice. But I love that there are 2 different versions of the soundtrack for in the fire area and in the ice area. Ooh, goblins. Like, I don't think I've seen you get hit even while talking. Well, now you have. The other, you don't want to stop, you don't want to break your... if you don't move on the beat when you're walking on the hot coals, you take damage. What can I say? I'm a pro gamer. Gamer moment. Ah, okay, got him. Those guys move every 3, and they're annoying. Ooh, that guy almost got me. Okay. I will say, this game really has, a learning curve to it. So the first time I played this game, I was not good. Most people, like, will die in Zone 1 many times, myself included. Okay, where's the stairs? Run out of time here. Okay. Level 2. So when I was in the shop, by the way, I bought those boots. Those boots give me +1 attack. Very nice. Ooh, I need that. This is a spell that make me big. For the loot thing, I guess the subtitle do spoil it a bit, but at the same time, isn't the golden loot on the cover or something? Is it? Maybe it is, I just never noticed. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not that attentive. I'll have to look at it, now that you say that. I think I tweeted a picture of it, so I'll have to look at that in a second. Not in a literal second. Those spirit things are annoying until you figure them out, too. Ha ha ha, tricked ya. Where's that key go to? Anything we've seen so far? Do not remember. Oh, here's a shop. Oh man. Ooh, here we go. We got a compass, which gives me an arrow. You can maybe see it in the top right that points to where the stairs are. Ooh, wall mimic. I am on my last heart, so I might not live. We might have to do this again. Ooh, well, spoke too soon. So yeah. You know, but there's Zone 3, which I really love. So let's spend some diamonds. Let's give that another try. Okay, let's see. Still don't have enough for that. Maybe we want to spend money on that. I also just remembered that we could buy some spells. Here is a freeze spell, which is super useful. Bat protection and better crates. I don't really care about that too much. But I get this scroll. I get money. Let's see what else is for sale. I got 6 diamonds. Rapier, yes, I want that. Do people generally know what a lute is? I don't know. I mean, I know what a lute is, obviously, but I don't know how common knowledge it is. I mean, it's not an instrument people really play a lot. People mostly play guitars these days. That's probably the... I don't know. I say that. Like, maybe outside of America, Canada, that sort of general frame, like, lutes or similar instruments are more common. I do not know. I guess let's buy this holster. Lets you hold 2 weapons. And I'll buy, this stuff. Just spend it all. Generally not that I've seen. Lots of people think it's a flute. I guess that makes sense, just because of the similarity in name, right? Interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen... I say that. I'm sure I've seen a lute in person. I say as a musician of some authority. Yes, absolutely. I was gonna say I don't know that I've ever seen a lute in person. I'm sure I have, but it was probably at, like, Renfest. You know what I mean? At a Renaissance fair. So... I don't know. I would like to play it. I think most people know it's an instrument, but if you showed them 3 random string instruments, they wouldn't be able to tell you which one it was. I don't know that I would. I would just guess the one that looks the most like the golden loot from this game. So let's, call this game entertainment. Nope. Edutainment. That's what I want. Yeah. You learned something today. We know what a loot looks like. Well, I guess you haven't seen it yet. But you probably will later. Anyway. Okay, we spent our diamonds. Let's give it another go. Let's give it one more go here. Let's try Mr. Fire and Ice Zone again. Okay. Ooh, those knights are really rough. They're fast. This is another game that I highly recommend. I mentioned sort of at the beginning of stream before anyone had really shown up, so I don't know if anyone caught it. I used to play this game a lot. I am just sort of by nature a very anxious person. Oh, hold on, oh, I want money. Okay, I'm gonna come back. Anyway, by nature, I'm a really anxious person. Like, especially at night, I, have trouble sleeping because I'm just sitting there and, thinking and ruminating and just vibing, but not in a good way. And so this game, if you like rhythm games, is a great game to just play when you need your brain to be, jolted away from thinking the bad thoughts. Because if you are not used to this game, it requires so much concentration, as you probably have guessed. Ooh, freeze. So now I'm a little more accustomed to this game, so I'm sorry to say it doesn't kind of keep me distracted the way it used to, as you can tell by the fact that I'm able to talk while I'm doing this. Because I'm a pro. Come on, Mr. Bat. Bats move randomly, so you have to kind of get them to go where you want them to be. Anyway, so I recommend this game if you are a person who likes rhythm games, and or a person who is anxious and needs something very distracting to sink their attention into so that they, can sort of refocus. That's what I used to use this game for, and I loved having it for that purpose. I still do that. There are easier and harder modes of this game, so I will say, that require a different level of attention. There's a lot of playable characters that are very difficult. Oh, I forgot to go back for the rapier! Yeah, I looked the game up and some covers do have it, but I can't tell whether it's photoshopped or not. Probably not. I believe you when you said that it does have the loot on it, because, I mean, it's a major... it's a major game item. A very major plot point item. Ooh, ooh. Oh, well, I went into the bad room. I was about to say we found the bad room, and I went in the bad room. What'd I do that for? Man. That's another thing, too. If you don't get lucky and find armor, some of the enemy attacks do a lot of damage, so that was a mini-boss. So don't feel too bad at dying at getting surprised by a mini-boss there. By the way, I love that his horns make a harp. By the way, in Zone 4, I want to say, there are harpies that are enemies that are literally harp bees, they're flying harps with bird beaks and wings. I don't know, just random clever stuff like that about this game I love. There's just so many silly details that just make it very charming to me. Okay, let's see. We got 3 diamonds to spend.
Hey.
You get a long attack or a chicken wing. We got for spells. Dang it. 3 is an awkward amount of diamonds right now. What else costs 3? Maybe you'll get the long sword. Maybe I will. Okay. And by that I mean, I did. Wait, actually I think I may have been thinking about the Cadence of Hyrule cover. I think that one definitely does have the golden loot on it. In fact, I can check. So no golden loot there, but that's not the, title screen. Cadence of Hyrule. Yep, that's the golden loot at the bottom right. Although, disclaimer, I don't know that that's exactly what most loots look like either. That looks pretty stylized to me. But as I was saying also earlier, if you weren't here at the very beginning of the stream, Cadence of Hyrule is the sequel to this game. That is a crossover, of course, with the Zelda game. And it's basically kind of like Link to the Past with fewer dungeons, but also with NecroDancer mechanics. So I think it's like if you've already played both games quite a bit, I think it's great and incredible. If you were just a Zelda fan and you've never played NecroDancer, I think it'd be really intimidating. But I'm a huge fan of both franchises, so it was extremely exciting for me. So we'll probably play that sometime because it's great. Excellent game. Are you a grumpy? I have some grumpy cats behind me. Shall I pick up a cat? Shall it be cat time? I think it is. I think it's time to exploit a cat. Let me... Come here. Okay, I have a different cat this time. Different kitty. Mr. Old and Stinky. This is Whiskers. He's my roommate's cat. You probably have not quite been able to hear him because I have filters that block out a little bit of noise. Hi, sweetie. But he has been just strolling around and screaming. Just strolling around. Just screaming until he gets attention in the hallway. Are you doing a purr? You purr for us? No idea if that's audible. Probably not. You are loud and stinky, Mr. Silly boy. He's been very needy lately, but I mean, it's common for senior cats to demand more attention as they go. Yeah, he's very cuddly. More so than I would like sometimes. He will not leave me alone. Is his ear hurt? No. So he had an ear infection while he was younger, and so it like really swelled up. And I did not know him, by the way, then. He used to be an outdoor cat for the first half of his life. Like I said, this is really my roommate's cat. So he had an ear infection, and sort of how he became an indoor cat is that he had to be, oh, hi, sweetie, is that he had to be taken to the vet and treated for the ear infection. So, she threw him inside away from all the other pets and away from the outside, and took care of him in the meantime. And so after his ear healed, it kind of just flopped down. So, the cartilage kind of reshaped afterward. So it doesn't really bother him too much. You have to clean it maybe a little more, but he's mostly fine. You hit your head against my head. Aw, sweet baby. This would be more enjoyable if he smelled a little better. We need to give you a bath. Stinky baby. He is a very sweet cat, though. It's hilarious because apparently back when he was an outdoor cat, he was not cuddly at all. Like, he would run away from people, would hiss at you, only wanted food and to be looked at, and that's about it. But he has since become this in his old age. Just incredibly needy. But he's a very sweet cat. He's a nice boy. Okay. Thank you, Whiskers. You want to take a nap? I'm going to set him on my bed. We'll see if he starts screaming again. Well, you probably won't hear it, but I definitely will. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, I gave him a nice fluffy blanket to vibe on. We'll see if it sticks. Okay, thank you for indulging cat time. Hopefully you had a good time. Okay, anyway, woo! Oh boy. Let's get back to it. So here's Crypt of the NecroDancer. What were we doing? We were doing Zone 3, right? Yeah. So okay, did we spend diamonds? We did spend diamonds. Okay, let's give this another shot. Okay. Immediately attacked. Great, love that for me. Okay. That's what you're here for cat time. I do not blame you. I might lure my cat over sometime back again. She is here in the room too. She's just vibing a laundry basket. Okay. Okay, torch is nice. I'd like a better weapon and some armor. That'd be great. Or a spell or something. see all items, that would probably help. These goblins are quite annoying. Gotta kind of lure them away. Oh, I hear a banshee. There she is. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't know how I maintained my bonus there, but I lost it. Oh well. Okay, so we made it through one of the levels. Here's a shop. Let's see what we got. Okay, so I'm gonna use my riches spell and get some money. Ooh, we got lots of money. Okay, I will get the compass because that's very useful. If I get these boots, I do not slide on ice anymore. Longsword, high damage after gold pickup? Sure, let's do it. Ah, got him. Okay. Gain items, tougher enemies. I do not want tougher enemies. Thank you, though. Oops. Sneaky, sneaky. I will say, so there's one part of this game I think is really rewarding. I don't know that you'll get the same effect watching this stream, just because I'm already kind of a pro at this game. But, so like I said, there's a high difficulty curve, right? Like, you're likely to, until you're used to the game, you're likely to, like, try and fail and try and fail and try and fail a lot. So you'll get pretty used to the music if you do that. Like, you get the music becomes very familiar. And so one thing that I think is cool, and I've mentioned this before, is that the other, some of the other playable characters that isn't Cadence, the girl I'm playing as now, they have their own versions of the soundtrack, like done with different instrumentation and like in a different style. And so I don't think you really appreciate just how awesome it is to hear those other like interpretations of the soundtrack. Because you aren't as familiar with the music already. Because we'll probably beat Cadence's story, like, tonight, if I get lucky at least. And then play as somebody else. And so you'll notice it has a different soundtrack. Oh, oops. Song ended. Well, that's what happens when the song ends. This is a track I really like. Oops. Oh, right. I was expecting to slide across the ice. I forgot I had boots. Okay, what does he got? Oops. Do you have a timer? Do you mean like, do you have a limited amount of time for the... oh, no, it does not... Is there a timer on screen? No. You kind of just have to be familiar with the songs to get an idea of how long you actually have. There might be some standardized amounts of time that I don't really know about. But no, it'll probably surprise you if you're not used to it. Oh, well, the one thing that does happen is you see the beats at the bottom, the bars going across that makes the heart pump. Those bars of light that go across that are blue right now, they change to kind of a reddish pink when you have, like, only a couple of, like, bars left in the song. Sure. Throw bombs with more damage. Ah, so now I have grenades instead of bombs. So I can do this. Haha. Can I do it as a mini-boss? Oop. Gotta fight the guy. I got him. Okay. King Konga. So this guy has an interesting mechanic. He skips every 8th beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, skip. So you can't move then. And if you screw up the beat of the song, if you fail the vibe check, he comes after your ass. And also there's this zombie conga line. Oh, now he's coming. Got him. That's kind of a fun boss. Although I think it's really infuriating if you don't realize the missing beats thing, because then he's just gonna always come after you, which is terrifying.
We were so happy together. Until my mother got sick.
I just want to help you, Melody. Can't you see that?
There's a reason my mother took that thing away, Dorian. Don't go.
I have to find it. I have to risk it.
So Dad just went away because he wanted to find the loot to save his wife. Very sweet and very sad. So that's why she's raised by her Uncle Eli, is because her mom died. Her dad tried to find the golden loot to save her, but it has been put away because it's not worth it, quote unquote. So you can move, but you shouldn't, because otherwise he beats your ass. So it's really, if you miss a beat, if you fail the vibe check in any way, he'll come after you. But then that's complicated by the fact that the beat is 7 out of 8 notes. Wait, so the burly dude from the other flashback was her uncle. Yeah, so that guy with the muscles and instead of a hook hand, he has like a shovel. That's Uncle Eli. So we actually unlocked playing as him, which we might try later. He's kind of interesting. So since his shovel is part of his hand, you can't upgrade it. And he cannot attack, but he has infinite bombs, and so which you can throw. Not quite in the same way as we were throwing grenades earlier, but very similar. You have to like kick them, kind of, actually. So he's kind of hard to play as, just because having infinite bombs is really nice, and they do a lot of damage, but he's not good at fighting like short range. So you have to kind of plan better. But his soundtrack is great. It's very like vaporwave. I love it. It's excellent. But yeah, we're just going to try and play as Cadence for now, just because, you know, one thing at a time. Yeah, but that guy was her uncle. That was Uncle Eli.
New character unlocked.
Okay, we unlocked another. Is Cadence looking for her dad then? Yes, she's looking for her dad, but also answers, basically. Yeah, I don't know that I could put it better than that. Her dad went missing quite some time ago, had something to do with this crypt, so she came looking for it. Ignore this character. We're not going to play as him. He's too hard. Okay, we got some diamonds. Ooh, 27. Jeez. Okay, definitely going to buy this heart. I think that's the last one. Definitely going to buy this. Some spells, maybe? What do we got? Okay, so healing spell. Gold ring. I like the gold ring. It's nice. Enchant weapon is kind of meh. I would love to cosplay. I would love to get in Dragon cosplay as Cadence sometime. It'd be a lot of fun. You could do a drag number to one of the songs in the game. I don't know. I think that would be great vibes. Let's see. How do we make 9? It bothers me if I have a diamond left over, because I think they go away. Let's see. 5, 2, and 2 make 9. So what if I do 5, 2, and 2? There we go. So this is a like a karate style gi that if you're holding it, you deal double damage, but you also take double damage. So a little scary. Yeah, big math time. And then this is a flail. It has like a really big attack range, which is actually not necessarily good. but it also knocks enemies back, so it's a little hard to use. There are some weapons that get more complicated that I don't necessarily like because of it. Because you can accidentally run into that issue from earlier where the game prioritizes you attacking over you moving, which is not great if you're trying to get the fuck out of the way. So anyway, so now we're gonna do Zone 4. Zone 5 is a DLC zone, so I don't remember if it gets thrown in as part of the story. I don't think it does. But so originally this was the last zone. And it has great music. So here it is. It has this mechanic where everything is walled in, but the walls are very breakable. So you have to kind of break your way through. Oh, okay. So now I'm gonna I don't have to pick up gold automatically. It just does it. There's a lot of very complicated enemies here. Like that guy you have to parry, and that guy that teleports you. That goblin was asleep, but oh well. Oops. Oops. Oh, that was a harpy. This bird thing attacked me, where the wings contain a harp. That is a harpy. Is that a loot motif on the floor? I guess it is, yeah. Oops, I got confused. Dang it! Walked into a bomb. That common thing. Gotta be careful for this pig dragon gargoyle thing on the left, because it'll shoot fire. Oh, that's a dragon. Gotta do the dragon dance. Ooh, that was scary. Those red dragons are no joke. So in this level, it's a little different. You have to break the sarcophagus that keeps spawning skeletons and the mini boss to unlock the floor, or the stairs, the next floor. Whoops. I want to find the shop. Where's the shop? Probably down here? Whoops. These goblin guys that are asleep are a little annoying because they will break through walls that you were not ready to be broken yet, thus sending many enemies after you. Ah, stupid monkey. Where's the shop? Oh, it must be top left. Oops. Yes, I will restore health. Okay, what do we get here? An apple, better shovel, and a healing spell. Great, yes, I want all of the above. Oh, I'm gonna run out of song, out of song, actually, before I get to the stairs. Whoops. Oh, maybe. Oh, one too late. Oh well, we made it. So we lost our coin multiplier, but we don't have to fight the mini boss because we already killed it. Ooh, fireball spell. So the way the spells work, they have limited use, so I could use either of them now. But you have to either get a certain number of kills before you use again, or it counts as blood magic. In other words, it does damage to you. So now I could use that fireball spell again, but it would do half a heart to me unless I got some kills first. So you kind of have to keep track of it a little bit. Ah, stupid spider. Okay, so there I use the healing spell, because I might as well. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Oh boy. This is where it starts getting real tricky. what did the loot do? Like, it was magic, but they sealed it for whatever reason? Basically, it'll be explained. Dang it. Those fast bats suck. Ooh, Banshee. Ooh. Ooh. Scary. Okay, what's in here? Bat protection, better crates. Yeah, just because the bats here are awful, I'll change my gold ring for that. Enchant weapon. Ooh, so now I have a jeweled dagger, which is 5. Which is a lot, but it's made up for the fact that daggers have terrible range. Oops. I'm just trying to get to the stairs. Ooh, I'm gonna run on a song. Okay, there we go. It's a lot of people dancing in that cramped, closed-off room. Yeah, very much. That's this whole, like, world. Ooh. I guess bat protection doesn't mean bats don't show up. Does it mean they can't attack you? I guess that's what it means. Ooh, I just realized what that is. Yes, I would like an auto heal, please. So basically that's a fairy in World of, not World of Darkness, what am I saying? Legend of Zelda terms. Oh! Oh god! Ooh, thankfully we had that really good dagger. And a healing spell. Ooh boy. Still a little low though. Let's see. Now that I have a better dagger, I can just stab boxes and barrels, and that'll do it. Ah, so this green tile, this green sludge, you're like tiny while you're on it, so you can't attack. It's weird. Fairies in World of Darkness are a whole nother thing. That's very true. I don't know why I mentioned World of Darkness. I don't know what I was thinking, but World of Darkness is a tabletop game. Think D&D. Me and Cole and Sarah used to play it together, and I miss it actually quite a bit. It's very fun. Ooh. I think I was talking about it the other day. I was explaining to my friend how I know nothing about D&D because I only know World of Darkness. Where's the oh, there's the stairs. Ooh. I'm making dumb mistakes now. I gotta not do that. Come on, Gray. Okay, gotta break this. Okay, there we go.
Dead Ringer.
Dead Ringer. So this is the only boss that isn't kind of randomized, like those other ones I could have encountered at any time. Dead Ringer you always hit at this point. Dead Ringer is, gonna ring some bells. So this is a, very hard fight, because every time you or he ring a bell, you get a little mini-boss happening. Whoops. And I might die. I probably will not beat Dead Ringer. I will try. We'll see if that happens. I want to get rid of these sarcophagi. Is that the correct plural? Ooh, dang it. Oh, the music is so good though. This boss fight is hard. Okay. Things are about to get really bad for me. Ooh, oh, okay. Well, I just died instead. Yeah. That is a very complicated boss fight that is hard to explain, but we will beat it. We surely will. Let's try that again, but not before spending some diamonds. Dringer is not available to practice with via the boss master in the lobby, so he's so bad that the second you see him, the game's like, we know you're gonna want to practice against this guy. Which I don't need to do, but man, he's rough. The closest to a tabletop RPG I've ever played is All Dungeon. I do not know what All Dungeon is. We got everything up here. We got all the upgrades. But we still have probably some magic and some weapons. Slow Strong Dig I will probably take, yeah. What's in here? Spells. Ooh, a good ring. This is another heart. Fewer enemies. Yes, I want that. Okay, 9. Sure, let's take the shield spell and the, well, what else costs 3? Let's get this gi. Let's get it. Oh, AI Dungeon. Yeah. I see. Yeah, curse the fact that most fonts make I's and L's look very similar. Okay, well, we're gonna give that one more try. Una mas. And by one more, I mean we're gonna see if we can beat it. We're gonna keep trying until we can beat it, because it won't take that long. Dang it! Well, okay, well if I could not lose all my health in the first 10 seconds, that'd be great. Okay, so now that I'm paying a little more attention, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Ooh. So sometimes you'll break a wall. You'll break a wall and you'll see these teleport spots. They all do something different, depending on the color of the sigil. Ooh, I might have to pay attention here. Okay. There we go. I want those diamonds! Okay. And to defuse this guy. So I believe... Ooh, how do I do this? Oh, that spider is so annoying! Here's how we do that. There we go. Sometimes you'll just see enemies will be like, I need to get you out of there. Even if I have to go around to do it. Oh, that didn't work. These liches are very annoying because they confuse you, which reverses your button inputs for a couple seconds. Not great. I have been meaning to look into AI Dungeon. I have not done it yet. Okay, so if we try to get one of these, we'll have to fight a boss. Since I'm already at low health, this taking double damage thing is not very risky, so I might immediately die, but let's give this a try, and you'll see immediately why this is a risky idea. You ready? Set, go! Oh, I died. Dang it. Well, I was doing pretty good. You cursed leprechaun. Oh, man. Okay, well, that was an attempt. We made an attempt. I do not want to relive my death, sorry. Let's spend another 4 diamonds, maybe. Ooh. Yes, I want the ring that does 1 more damage, no matter what. Even if that means I have 1 diamond I can't. Ooh, lots of good items. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, let's actually try that again. That doesn't count. That didn't count. I knew it was a risk. It didn't count. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. There we go. Leprechauns, how do leprechauns work? They're kind of strange. If there is a big enough pile of gold, a leprechaun will just appear there, and then they'll try to run away. If you beat a leprechaun, you get like an item that, I don't know exactly what it does. I think it just gives you way more money. Because it's a 4-leaf clover is what it is, I'll just tell you that. But if you attack a leprechaun and go into attacking you, or it teleports away, basically it steals all your money, which is not good. They're weird, monsters, but not very common. Not very threatening if you leave them alone either. They will steal your coins is the thing. Oh, I was like, what's this guy doing? Spooky, scary. Okay, let's break the sarcophagus. I want to go to the shop. Oh. This level's pretty dangerous just because of the whole breaking wall things. Really, like, there are really some enemies that have the element of surprise on their side. Whoops. Ooh, I want that spell. Okay. Let's keep on going. You do recommend trying it. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yes. Typos happen. I used to be the sort of person that felt very guilty anytime I committed a typo sin, but I just, it's hard to care for that long. Stupid ah! I forgot those monkeys teleported you, which is very dangerous. Ooh, I'm gonna get out of here. Oh. Okay. Glad I activated that in time. So that was the shield spell. Okay. Ooh, I need to heal, so I eat the cheese. Some of these guys have just intricate patterns, which is annoying. I will say that if you've played this game and then you want to play Cadence of Hyrule, you will have a big advantage if you play this game first, because a lot of the enemies in Hyrule and Cadence have like these attack patterns, but modified a little. Like if you're already familiar with these enemies, that will be huge. Yes, I would like to freeze enemies. Let's break some cases open. Okay, empty heart container and a carrot, which is like an apple that heals you, except now I can see the whole map because carrots. Okay. Have I fought the mini boss yet? I kind of lost track. Oh, nope, there it is. The mummy. She spawns babies as her deal. That's why she's called the mummy. But like... Oh, Ooh, I'm running out of time here. I want those diamonds. Can I make it? Ah, one away. I know myself when I do like easy typos, even though they're the ones I don't bother correct. Yeah, I get that. Something that has happened to me a lot lately, I feel like, so this is iPhone user problems, but I feel like something happened with the autocorrect recently at some like recent update that just makes it like insufferable. Like I will be typing things correctly and then my phone will be like, I know you said it's a very common word. Oh, I blew up. I know you said it's a very common word. Did you mean to type itted, which is a thing that people don't say very often at fucking all? I don't know whether you did or not, and I know you typed it several words ago, but I'm just gonna change it to itted without your consent and not tell you. So, like, all of my texts say itted in them. It's very annoying. I got an email from a nonprofit the other day that included a bit that was basically like, look, times are tough right now, but we're not going to stress our team out making them proofread everything to perfection. I respect that. I also respect that. Because, like, we just all have bigger things to fucking worry about right now, you know? I'll care about typos when I care less about survival, you know? Priorities. You gotta weigh your priorities.